In this video, we will talk about profit and loss. Now, what do we mean by profit and loss? The profit and loss in trading refers to the difference between the cost price and the selling price. Profit is actually what we have gained or earned from a business transaction, and loss is basically a negative profit, or we can say what we have lost in our business transaction. Now we have some formulas in order to find profit, loss, profit percent and loss percent. The profit and loss can be found if the cost price and the selling price are given. Profit is equals to selling price minus cost price. Then loss is basically equals to cost price minus selling price. As I just explained earlier that profit is about earning. So therefore selling price would definitely be more than cost price. This is why we are subtracting cost price from selling price. But in case of a loss, we are incurring a loss. It means that the cost price would be more than the selling price. So therefore we have to subtract selling price from cost price. Profit percent can easily be calculated by first finding out the profit, which will be done by subtracting selling price and cost price, then dividing this difference by cost or selling price. It depends on the question. It will be given in the question that whether we have to find out profit percent on cost price or on selling price. Then the fraction will be multiplied with 100 and putting a sign of percent. As you know, we have to find out profit percent here. This formula can be written in short in this way as well: profit divided by cost or selling price into 100%. Similarly, loss percent can also be found out. The difference of cost price and selling price, which is a formula of loss, divided by cost or selling price, which will be provided in the question. Then this fraction will be multiplied with 100 and putting a sign of percent here, or in short, loss divided by cost into selling price into 100%. Let's have a question here. A gold chain is sold for $635. It means selling price is given at a gain of 27%. It means profit percent is 27% and it is on the cost price. So we have to divide profit by cost, not the selling price. The requirement is the profit. Now let's make the data first. Selling price is given as 635. Gain percent means profit percent is given as 27%. And the cost is not given, although they are asking about profit percent on cost price, but the cost price is not available here, not given here. And we have to find out the profit. Now how we can do it? To get profit, we have to find cost price first, and this can be done by using the formula which we have discussed before, that is profit percent equal to selling price minus cost price divided by cost price into 100%. Now how we can do it? See, the profit percent has been applied here. 635 was the selling price minus cost divided by cost into 100%. Now let's suppose x equal to cost. So now the equation will become 27 equals to 635 minus x over x into 100. Now you can see I have vanished these percentage signs on both sides of the equations. By cross multiplication, x will be multiplied with 27, it will become 27x. Rest of the elements have been written here in the same way. Now we have to multiply 100 to both of these elements because of this bracket. Now 100x will go on the left hand side just in order to make x the subject of the equation. Minus 100x, when it will go towards on the left hand side of the equation, the sign will be changed. 27x plus 100x will then become 127x and its value is equal to 635. Now x can be found out by cross multiplying 127. The value of x can be found out by dividing 63,500 by 127, which is then equal to 500. Now we can say that cost price was $500. Now remember, our actual target was to find out the value of the profit. Now we can do it very easily with the help of this basic formula of profit. As now we know the cost and selling price was given in the question, so we can subtract them like this. So the answer will become $135. Let's have another question. In this question, the profit on a certain refrigerator is given as 35% of the cost price. Now here profit is given, which is $280, and we need to find out cost price and selling price of the refrigerator. See, profit percent is given as 35%, profit is $280, cost price is unknown, selling price is also unknown. To find the cost price, we can use this formula. Why we have to use this formula? Because in this formula we are having profit percent and profit, only cost price is unknown. By applying the values, we can have this form of equation. Let x equal to cost, just to make this equation in terms of x. Again, percentage sign has been vanished from both sides of the equation. By cross multiplication, we can multiply x with 35. 280 into 100 will make it 28,000. To get the value of x, we have to divide 28,000 by 35, which will be equal to 800. Therefore, cost has been found equal to $800. Now we can find selling price by the formula profit equals to selling price minus cost price. Here profit is $280 and cost price is $800. Now we will bring 800 from right hand side of the equation to the left hand side, and it will become plus 800. Therefore, now the total selling price will become equals to $1,080. Let's have another question. A florist bought 360 roses at $10 per dozen. If he sold them at $1.1 each, what is his profit as a percentage of the selling price. Here we have to note two things. Number one, the cost is given per dozen, but the selling price is given for each rows. And the second thing which we are required to note is that profit percentage is required of the selling price. It's not of the cost price. So we don't need to confuse with the number of roses and their cost per dozen here. We will first find the profit and then its percentage. Cost is $10 per dozen. Selling price is $1.1 each. Now this should be converted in terms of dozen. Therefore, $1.1 will be multiplied with 2 in order to get selling price of 1 dozen of roses, which will become $13.2. Therefore, profit will become equals to selling price of 12 roses minus cost price of 12 roses, which will become equal to $3.2. So now we have got the value of the profit per dozen. Now to calculate profit percent, it's very simple now, that we have to divide profit by selling price and then multiplying it with 100. Again, I am focusing on a very important point here, is that profit is divided by selling price in this question instead of cost price. So we have to divide profit by selling price. Profit 3.2 divided by selling price 13.2 into 100%, resulting in profit percent of 24.24.